All right, guys, so we got another Pro Trainer certification test that we're going to run today. This is coming to us from the UK, and this is Mr. David Cross. So without further ado, let's watch the video. I have not seen any of this yet, so we'll see. Sorry, the internet's a little laggy here. Nice busy environment from the looks of it. That's what I like to see. So there's David doing his loose leash. Really windy, so I got to keep the volume down a little bit here so that you guys don't get your ears assaulted. Kind of missing some of it just because he's getting obscured by people. I mean, you get the idea of what's going on. Okay, leash is off. Dog is engaged. Like, what do you want to do? I like to see that. Command to heel. Dog entered the healing position. A little bit laggy. Oh, command sit. Okay, well, I guess he's not lagging. He's just doing a sit in motion. Getting right after it. Very nice. I like the commitment to that. You see the dog just focused in on the handler. He's surrounded by people, literally. David really, I think to date, maybe other than I think Miss Zinni Zhu, she did hers in a dog park. David's pretty much up there in terms of how busy this place is. Recall, very nice recall. Excellent, nice active happy dog. So a little hand help to get her straight in the healing position. Again, it's not a competition obedience, so if the dog's a little crooked here and there, that's not really what's being judged. What's being judged is how much obedience the dog has in terms of functional obedience. How much can the dog just exist in the environment without, needing constant input from the handler. So she is a little bit off the left leg here in the heel. Nice showing change of pace there in the heel. Oh, a little sudden stop. I like that. The dog was able to do it. David's a tall fella, isn't he? So, the dog's a little off the left leg, but you see she kind of pretty much stays where she's at. Like, she doesn't get further off of it, which I like to see. There's a pigeon right in front of them. Nice neutral body language from the dog, A lot of people that don't know anything would be like, oh, she doesn't look very happy. No, it's just because you're not used to seeing a dog that's just calm and concentrating. You're used to always seeing hyper adrenalized dogs, dogs that are hyper and not paying attention, or dogs that are like really, really excited in the obedience, but that's not functional. We do the competition obedience. I have to say this every time. We don't want dogs. In fact, if the dog is like staring fixedly at him the whole time, for me, that's actually point loss. Like, I don't like that, right? Because that's not realistic. You need to be able to literally go for a walk in the market like he's going right now and just have the dog with you. And it shouldn't be like a big hassle. It shouldn't be like a big production. Dogs that look engaged and active in the obedience. So you're going to see some dogs coming up right now because she's a little bit interested. But she stays with him. We got the airplane ears. The airplane ears always tell you when the dog's kind of thinking of different things. Anyways, like I was saying, active looks good on videos, but it's not functional. It's not practical in the real world. In the real world, you just want to be able to go for a walk with your dog. And that's what the average client needs. They're not going to be hoovering treats into the dog's mouth and giving the dog a ball constantly. They're just walking and chilling. They're just enjoying life with their dog. David's headed off down an alleyway from the looks of it here. But he did start in a very busy place, so For sure, credit to him for that. I don't think we have seen really a busier spot yet in our pro trainer tests. Good. He's allowed to praise her. There's nothing wrong with that. That's realistic. Again, like, we're really, really picky here in terms of how functional the behavior displayed is. How easy is it? Does it look easy, or does it look like he's really, like, you know, working hard to keep that dog with him? If he's working hard to keep that dog with him, if he's always kind of repeating commands and checking in with the dog and correcting the dog or rewarding the dog constantly, this is a fail. They get one correction, one reward allowed during the test, and that is it. I think that was another sit in motion. Yeah. I like that the dog, on the halts, the dog is very prompt with that sit. I do like that. Down in motion. Good down in motion. Nice and clean. Right as someone was passing by, so that's nice to see. David's like a little stiff. I think he's a bit nervous, to be honest with you. You can see he's like a little bit like, oh, I gotta remember to do this, do that. He looks like someone who's going through their first dog trial, you know? Just relax, David. The whole point is to just show your dog just with you, out in the world, you know? I want to see that the dog is able to, you know, again, just stay with him under all of the distractions, because this is what he's going to be able to now do for other people. He's going to be able to do this for other people, and that's the whole purpose, is to judge whether he is worthy of a certification to be able to offer this service to other people, to be able, and they don't even have to get this far. They don't even have to have all of this. But to be able to functionally train a dog is what the average dog trainer needs to be able to do. And that's what we're judging here. Sorry, guys, I just had to have a quick little convo off the screen. So again, dog under heavy distraction, same behavior. We see a very same kind of calm behavior. Calm from the handler, calm, well, stiff. He's a little stiff, but the dog is very calm next to him. I like, too, that when he stops the dog, always, like I said, promptly sits, but checks him. It's like, what do you want, Dad? Now, this is a 22-minute video. So, I mean, I'm obligated to watch all the way through. So David went way above what he needed to do, because I mean, really, you could have this all done in probably about 13 minutes. The fundamental requirements of the test, all the behaviors you have to show, the loose leash walking, the heeling, the sit in motion, the down in motion, the places, the send to place. We do need to see some recalls. I think we've had 2 recalls so far, and he needs to break the dog free and give the dog some freedom. I don't know that he really has a spot here to do it, so I'm curious if that's why the video kind of goes on a little bit longer, because we're going to be watching, we're going to be maybe seeing him do that at some point. You know, when we talk about functional obedience, I know I beat this like a dead horse, but it's so important. You know, a lot of dog trainers basically try to train your dog like it's a sport dog. And while sport dog activities like the active focus healing and the super fast positions and all of that is entertaining and it's great on social media, it's not realistic for the real world, because the dog is always in this state of active engagement, hoping for the reward. But that also requires input from the handler. And that means, like, every time you go for a walk, you just have to be, like, switched on. You have to be engaging the dog and, like, you know, always reinforcing the dog so consistently that you can barely, like, just walk. You know, you're, like, always engaging with the dog instead of just, yeah, we're just walking, I'm chilling, maybe I'm thinking about something else, having a coffee, as I always like to say. Really, really important, you know, that a functionally trained dog is able to be obedient with someone that is not a professional dog trainer. Our job as dog trainers is to train people that are not professional dog trainers to have reliably obedient dogs. And it's not just from a convenience standpoint. whether you want a jogging buddy, as David is showing here, or you just want like a nice dog to take for your walks, it's literally life or death. Like, I mean, okay, good. You see, he turned the dog loose, so he must be coming into a park, as I suspected. But you want to be able to do what he just did. He just turned the dog loose. Like, yeah, go, smell, enjoy, do what you want to do. She's like, really? He's like, yeah, go. I like to see that. There you go. She's not one to wander. Some dogs, you break them and they just take off. You can see she's more like, I got to check on and see what dad's doing. You can see she's always really fast back to him. Recall. Good. Break. I've had dogs like this before. They will not leave you. They always are like within 3 feet of you, command or no command. The whole purpose too here is like, I want to see that the dog can go free, kind of enjoy the environment, chase something, as you just saw her chase. I think it was a bird or something. And then, you can see she just disappeared off there into the side of the screen there. And now he just made a recall. He called her off an animal. That's great. I want to see that the dog can do that. Go be a dog. Go chase stuff. But also, you got to come when you're called. Really, really important. Very nice so far, David. I like that. And you can see she got a little excited. She just took off after that thing, but promptly came back on command. Nice scent to place there from Mr. Cross. Man, it's looking pretty good so far. I think I'm going to be sending David a written test, and he's going to be certified shortly. Getting some nice weather there over in the UK. It's still quite cold and miserable here, and we certainly don't have any leaves in Canada. I love these certifications, guys, because, you always are seeing the same story. Always. Like with everybody that certifies, we have a standard. All the pro trainers are meeting that standard. That standard is not just like oh, look at that. Dog's chasing something. Again, she likes chasing the birds, eh? That standard is a visible standard. It's not just a written standard. It's written, but it's a visible standard that is objectively clear to anybody, whether or not they're a professional. This is the standard of what a Shield Pro trainer is, and it's a meaningful standard, and it's not just, oh, I go take the 4-day class and put in my hours and pay my money, and now I'm certified. No, no, no. You must train the dog. I don't care if you're, you pay me all the money in the world. You don't get a certification unless you can show that you can do this. Again, these videos must not be edited. No editing allowed. So he did multiple sends to place here. David's doing a lot. He's doing way more than he actually has to do. Like he's done I think 4 places. He's showing that he can directionally send the dog. That's nice. Good to see. I like seeing trainers that show a little bit more. Very nice location. I like the market square that he started in. I like the park that he's in now. Very scenic, very nice. Very really showing the breadth, showing the flexibility that he has with the dog. That he can take her to a place in the park with all the smells and the squirrels and whatever else that she's chasing, and then you can go to the city and walk past other dogs and people, and it's not a problem. I like him showing that transition. You'll never see guys like the cookie pushers. I call the cookie pushers the positive only trainers. You'll never see them being able to do this with their dog. They just can't, like it always has to be liver, treats, and then maybe I can make like a 5-minute TikTok or something, and then that's it. But that's not real life, Dave is doing some tricks now. I talk about trick training, and he's doing some tricks now. But as you can see, he's just using his body to engage the dog. I haven't actually seen him give her a reward yet. Good. I like, again, trick training. Nothing wrong with trick training, right? I believe dog trainers should be able to do the trick training. They should be able to do the competition obedience. But this is not what 99% of our clients need. 99% of our clients need what you've been watching through the rest of the video, right? Just an obedient dog that's listening and that's behaving in public, that's following the handler, and that's able to be free and off leash. Because again, freedom is essential. The dog must be able to be free, because that's the whole purpose of the training. The whole purpose of the training is obviously to make the dog safe, but also to make the dog free, and free as safe within the freedom. And you can see that here. You know, the dog's very comfortable off the lead. We're not hanging on by our fingernails, right? Nothing worse than when a dog just has to live its entire life on a lead and can only like go off leash in maybe a few select areas that are fenced in. You know, this dog, she's living her life. She's living the way a dog should live, free with the handler. A transition from down to sit at a great distance. Good job, David. I like seeing that. Again, he's not obligated to show any of this. He is going out of his way now, but I like to see it. I like seeing that he's showing like, yeah, the dog can do a lot more than just functional obedience. And she's, even within the functional obedience, she can do a lot more than the minimum standard to be a pro trainer. Like those position changes are not essential. He doesn't have to hide from the dog, but you see here, he's like way away from the dog. He's only obligated to show the 80 foot, and he's certainly far in excess of that. You see the passersby like, what the heck? Who's that dog with? And you see the average person is like, you know, this is for him every day. This is for people that train with us and that all the pro trainers. This is our everyday. But you always see people like just staring, you know, like, what is this? They think it's like a show. It's not a show. It's every day. Because for most people, this level of control with a dog is just beyond their world. Very nice recall, David. Good job. This level of control is just, it is a show for them. It's so like, they don't know that this is possible with realistic training system that actually makes sense. Our pro trainers, the whole purpose of the pro trainers is for our trainers to be able to offer professional training all around the world. So now you're going to, again, things are looking really good unless the wheels really fall off here. David is going to become a certified pro trainer, and now that training is going to be available in the UK, you know. Very nice, showing that, you know, she can be around. There's a dog, there's kids. Oh, and he sent her to place past all of that. Very nice. I like seeing that directional control to send the dog. You see the little corgi went over for a little visit, no problem. Nice recall. I think that was a food reward, but I mean, we're well past what David actually needs to be doing now, so I'm not too worried about it. Free dog again. Other dogs around. Really nice park setting, eh? Like some places in the UK are beautiful. Other dogs around. Dog just waits with him. I don't even think he gave her a command. I like seeing that unconscious obedience. The best obedience is one that doesn't require constant input from the handler, whether it's physical, whether it's corrections, whether it's reward, whether it's voice. It's just a dog that kind of knows what she's supposed to do. And it's effortless. And right now, so far, David has pretty effectively demonstrated effortlessness. Oh my God, look at those little things. Whoever's his camera person, you know, is doing a great job of like always making sure we have the good angle. Maybe I should hire them to be my camera person. Dan. Oh, look at that. The Chihuahuas are coming for a visit. I like Chihuahuas, man. I had a couple. I still have one. They're cool because, you know, they never really go far from you. Like Chihuahuas, like, they might ignore you, but they never go far. Like, they don't run away. They always know who daddy and mommy is, and they stay close to you, you know? Oh, there she goes. Oh, there he goes. I think he's going to have a little pass at her. And very nice showing the stability of his dog, showing his dog's able to handle all of this. Like, a lot of dogs would have eaten those things up like the little Skittles that they are. But no problem, you know. Really nice, safe behavior. This happy little guy is having a good time. Someone's got to do this test with a Chihuahua. Again, David's like well in excess of what he needs to do here. He's already passed the test and then some. But I guess he wanted to be real certain. For me, the park is nice, but I think really where David really showed what he could do was in that busy city street. The dog just being with him, under control, in the heel, showing the positions. Very very busy city street environment. That's tough to make that kind of control with a dog in those types of places, and David really showed that he could do that. A nice long place command again. David's still leaving. Oh no. That's got to be 200 feet by now. The kids are going to visit the dog. I like it. I like it, man. Really, really stable dog. Nice behavior from the dog. Super nice training from David. I don't think anyone's kind of pushed it as far as he has in terms of like what the dogs are going through from just a socialization perspective. Look at that dog. Still like the dog is looking past the people at him. Her only concern is where is daddy? And she's just keeping a close eye on him. No matter what's going on around her, you can see that's her focus. There you go. Recall. That's a hell of a recall, man. Really, really like it. Past all of that stuff. Look at that. Look at that. That's a I don't think I've seen a better recall in this Pro Trainer certification yet. Just past just about everything. Really, really nice. Good job, David. At first I was like, man, 22 minutes. You didn't need to make it that long. But I gotta say, man, like you keep rewarding me for watching here. You're giving me some good positive reinforcement for doing this. I like you just showing really, really nice functional obedience the way you are. Beautiful. Good job, David. All right. I think, are we done? 3 more seconds here. Good. All right. So, guys, this is undoubtedly, in case you couldn't tell, a pass. He fed the dog once for doing some tricks at the end when he was pretty much already done. No, he was done the test. I'm not even going to count that as a reward because he was already kind of in excess of where he needed to be. He had already completed all the fundamentals. He really showed that the dog could handle being in public. The dog could handle being around, the animals, chasing animals, calling off animals, being around other dogs, people, everything. He really, really showed a good scope of what he can do. Also, just from the tricks perspective, he didn't have to. Again, he's just showing us, everything that he has with this dog. And I'd be very comfortable in saying that, David, you've certainly done enough today to be a certified pro trainer in the Shield Canine system. So you will be certified shortly. You will be receiving your written test, so you just need to pass the written test. The written test, guys, is no joke. It is 3 problem-solving questions that require detailed answers that show that you understand behavior modification, puppy training, and how to fix problems that people tend to have with their dogs. So he will be receiving that test shortly. And then once he has completed that test, he will be a certified pro trainer. So he will be in the UK. Congratulations, David. Excellent job doing the program. Proud. Very happy with what you've done here today.